Bro Looch.
Live in the building.
Yo, DJ!
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix.
You're in the mix with Not For The Weak Pod.
Welcome to commercial-free radio.
It's not radio, dumbass.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise.
On the troll.
This show will begin now.
All right. You already know what the fuck time it is, man. We are back off of Black History Month. We gave her a whole month and some change off. But
Man.
now we are back. Not for the week. Season 2 with Laura D. What's going on?
What up, though? What it do?
It's been a little minute, though.
It been a hell of a minute. Not no little minute. It been a whole long minute.
You know I couldn't have you working Black History Month, so I gave you that month off.
Dang on right. Shit, I need my doggone reparations.
Right. Yo, speaking of, we gotta get straight into it. Have you been seeing what's going on in the world?
Man, listen, I've been seeing it and it's been stressing me out. I've been trying to prepare for World War III. I'm scared of Canada right now. America is a scary place right now. I don't even know what to do. I don't know whether to run for the border of Mexico or go to Canada or take my black ass back to Africa. One of these places. Well, I ain't never been to Africa, but I hear that's where black people from.
I'm not gonna lie to you, sis. I have not felt so unsafe in my life. Like, I have saved money and I have really played that, I got all my shit in line.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't feel like I got shit in line anymore. Like, they cut my Medicaid off. So I had health insurance my whole life. My whole 35 years, I have had health insurance. I don't know how. Maybe it's because maybe I was switching jobs at the right time. I don't know. But Trump was like, you make too much money, my mans. That's dead. And I'm the type of person where I never really look at the gas price, or I really never look at shit, but I have noticed, like, you ever go to Walmart, sis, and then you like look at like certain shit. Like, I remember eating these shits was like 50 cents when I was a kid. And you look at the price, they say like $4.50. Like, nigga, how?
I need a time machine. Take me back. Take me back to when $1 got you 3 bags of chips and a 25-cent juice, or 2 bags of chips and a can of Pepsi, or 2 bags of chips, a 25-cent juice, and a Little Debbie. I mean, take me back then when line laters were 25 cents and you had a whole variety. I might say Viagra. What am I thinking about? But like, for real. I mean, shoot, Viagra was forward too, and let's not lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I shop at Sam's, so it gets expensive really quick. But I've been watching the news and it's scary. Like, Elon Musk is in the White House. It's kind of like calling shots.
He is the president at this point.
He's like the vice president or some shit right now. But...
Right, because what is Vance there for? If I was JD Vance, I would feel some type of way, because Trump basically says that this man Vance is not nothing but a good looking face. He's a placeholder. I feel like Trump couldn't get elected unless he had someone like JD Vance in his place, because no one else would have voted for Trump. But here's my thing though. How is it that the American people are okay with this foreigner talking about cutting off Medicare and removing Social Security? And this is my thing. If Elon Musk was such a genius and so fabulous, Why is he steady focused on America? Why didn't his country of South Africa want him? Why didn't the people of South Africa want his advice? No one took his advice because everyone knows there's some shady stuff going on with that man. This man is getting kickbacks after kickbacks after kickbacks because our government is for sale. And he has shown that clearly.
Sis, there is 6 billion people in the world, or 7 billion people in the world. Elon Musk has $387 billion.
Is it 87? I thought it was 322 billion, but it's what
some shit matter. Like that. It's a lot of fucking
$300 billion. He got more money than there is people in the world.
He got enough money to give every single body in America $1 billion, and he will not be phased
at all.
Hear me out. I think Elon Musk is a AI robot, and I think he bought out Trump's election. I don't believe that, for sure. I don't believe people voted for Trump. I don't believe there was a whole. I believe that all of those votes were bought out by AI. That's why he's so close with Musk. Trump and Musk is together in this because they're gonna take over the world. Like I was just telling how this is gonna be a dictatorship. Like there's not gonna be no more presidents. There's not gonna be no more nothing. Trump scared the world. And the crazy shit is, I feel like the world was more scared when he threatened to take away TikTok than they are with these tariffs. Like eggs are $10 for fucking a half a dozen. Like,
man, I mean, to be honest, this has me looking at dual citizenship, like, because I feel like America is no longer a safe place for no American, minorities especially, but I don't even think white Americans are safe at this point. Listen. I think that they live under this illusion that they're excluded from all of this stuff, but they're really not, because to be honest, he's attacking everything that he's putting in place is not going to just harm minorities. And let's be honest, a lot of minorities are very educated, and we find a way out of no way. We are resilient. You understand me? Right. But there's a lot of people out there who has never really been through no struggles in real life, and they don't really know what it's like to struggle. See, we gonna be all right. But I fear for them, because they're not going to be okay, because they're not going to know how to take $20 and make a meal that's going to last at least 3 days from $20. They ain't going to know how to make $20 stretch a whole week. They don't know how to do it. I keep it real with
you, sis. Look, listen to this, though. I don't think we're going to be all right. And this is why I don't think we're going to be all right. I believe that Donald Trump is going to make America a third world country, and then we're going to go into civil war. And this is going to be why. Because my first thought, as soon as they cut my Medicaid off, I was like, oh, this is some bullshit. Like, I'm ready to riot. You know what I mean? Because I have asthma and I have a thyroid issue, a real bad thyroid issue. So I need certain medicine. And I'm thinking, like, even though I'm able to be like, yo, here's $100, here's $50, here, I'm able to do that now. But there was a time when I couldn't afford this. You know what I mean? So what's happening to the people that can't afford this? What is happening to those old people that can't afford? They're gonna get mad. And when they get mad, they're gonna want to do something. And when they can't do something, it becomes, you know what I mean? It's this thing where when you're in jail, it's like no matter how much you play the straight and narrow in jail, you have to get your hands dirty because nobody's gonna respect you. We're talking about guards, fucking wardens, and nobody respects shit. But let you knock a couple motherfuckers out. Let you stab a couple motherfuckers. Niggas is gonna be like, Luciano, what do you want? What do you need? All right, as long as you don't act the fuck up. And that's what it's gonna take. I feel like we're gonna meet our breaking point because people are gonna need that albuterol. They're gonna need that the thyroid medicine. They're gonna need certain prescriptions. In America, we literally are addicted, and we depend on these things. So when you're taking all of this away, you're basically killing off the people that can't survive with it, and then you're putting the people that need it in a position where it's like, yo, we got to go get it. And if eggs and bacon is a $50 meal now, yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be to the point where I can't eat, I can't do this, I can't feed my family, I can't survive anything. I need to rage, I need to purge.
I mean, but you know what? I don't know how to feel about any of this right now because Kamala Harris warned everyone. Everything that he's doing, Kamala said was going to happen. And because she was a female and she was a minority, people voted for Trump versus her. I feel like even if Elon had bought the election, I feel like there was still some stuff that it would have raised enough eyebrows where we all, as Americans, would have been like, nah, this look a little fishy. But I believe that in a sense, we voted for hate versus voting for what's right and what the economy actually needed. We didn't, and I'm not gonna say we, because let's be honest, there was a lot of people out there who voted for Trump because Trump represents the old ways, the good old days, the days where you could say, come on, boys, let's go and rally up these you know what's, and that's what they voted for. They can say all they want that they did not vote for that, and that's exactly what they voted for, because a lot of those people who voted for Trump, these things affect them too, and there's a lot of them who have voters remorse. They're like, oh my god, I wish I never voted for him, I didn't know he was going to do this. How? It was laid out in that 2025 plan that he kept saying that he was not on board with. He said it was not a plan that he agreed with, and yet his first week in office, he picked that pen up and he started proving to us that 2025 plan was really his plan.
No more Black Lives Matter. No more. There's no more Cinco de Mayo. There's no more. Yo, like, dude is doing. I feel him on certain shit. There's no more transgenders. Like, I said this in the beginning of our when our run, we need to be in a position where we're uncomfortable. And goddamn it, I'm uncomfortable.
I feel like, as far as insurance, I feel like insurance shouldn't pay for that stuff, because for me, that's kind of like cosmetic. Like, I need a tummy tuck. I can't get a tummy tuck. You know what I'm saying? And there's people who medically need a tummy tuck because we get rashes. Shoot, let's be honest. But you can go have a whole change of the gender that you were born with. And now I think that insurance should not pay for that at all. I feel like that should be something that you pay for out of pocket. Now, it should be anybody's right to choose who they want to be. That's not my fight. Like, I don't care who you want to be. That's on you. And I'm not going to discriminate because that's not my business. You know what I'm saying? I got to mind the business that pays me, and me worried about what you were born as does not pay me. And quite frankly, who am I to judge? Ye without sin cast the first stone. That's where I'm at. And while Trump is taking off this war on them, I mean, he should focus on wars like pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? Pedophiles. Go after them. You're going after people who essentially don't really bother anyone. That community don't really bother people too much. And I mean, now they shouldn't have so much power where people can't speak up what they feel and then they get canceled. No, I agree on that. But at the same time, I feel like they have the right to exist, But like, it's like you're going after all of these things. How about you sign into enactment? Any priest who molests a child does not any longer get to go to a different convent or a different church. They get to go straight to prison. How about that? How about we sign legislation I can't enunciate today, to make castration a thing for pedophiles or death penalty? I mean, he's talking about he wants to make the death penalty for people who sell drugs. Well, how about people who destroy kids' lives by taking away their innocence? Oh wait, he wouldn't do that because wait, he's been accused of those things.
Well, there's a lot. That's a lot to unravel. I mean, I agree with you on a lot of things, but there's a lot that this country needs to work on. You know, like I feel there's a lot of there's a lot of laws that need to be fixed and this whole court system and jury system and everything. It needs to be rewritten because
But not
I mean, yeah, I mean, no, it's weird. I mean, it's like rape victims, for instance, like what's going on right now. All these rape victims are coming out and somebody can say, hey, he raped me, he did this, he did that, and if we settle out in court, then you get money, I become a rape victim and this bad person, and blah blah blah. But if I'm 100% honest and innocent, nothing happens to you. You know what I mean? That you go completely scot-free. Your name probably doesn't even get out there because you was Jane Doe in the case. There's no repercussions to you. I feel like all the time that the man was gonna get for the rape, if it's found not guilty, the woman needs to face that time. I feel like a lot of things like that, because I don't know if you heard about the new Diddy charge with Drewski and Odell Beckham in it.
Yeah.
Right. So
see, yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, that one I don't know about that. Because Drewski wasn't gonna be famous. He ain't even been famous that long, bro. And I don't know. But you know what? You never know. But this is my thing, though. I feel like some of these court cases have an agenda behind it, and who else could have contended against Donald Trump and put money to back Vice President-elect other than P. Diddy and some other powerful people? Diddy was one of those people who would have backed that with money and the power that he had. And I feel like the people who had sway on the other side are the ones who are being convicted, because I'm not going to say that Diddy is he's not innocent. I don't believe he's innocent, let's be honest. But I'm just saying, Trump has been accused of similar things, and he's only had lawsuits and no jail time. Diddy can't even get a bond. Trump is 34 counts of felonies, and he was able to run for president. Like, that doesn't sit unwell to like people. That don't make your stomach hurt a little bit. That don't make you wonder, like, if a person goes to prison for a weed charge, they'll get out and they can't even get housing. And they can't get a job. They gotta take a little rinky-dink job, and they don't get a second chance. But yet, one who has 34 convictions can be the president of the United States.
In the beginning of the show of this podcast, I would have totally agreed with you. Oh, it's because he's black. Why is Diddy getting these charges and Trump is not? Here's the thing. When the billionaire club is with you, that society and that organization is with you. That means you're gonna get away with a lot of shit. Guess what? ASAP Rocky got away scot fucking free because he got a billionaire girlfriend. You know what I mean? That's the only. If he was a regular ass rapper, same situation, same lawyer, same everything. If he was in that situation, he would have pled out to the 6 months with the 3 hanging over his head. He would have had to play it out to that. But since he got a billionaire girlfriend, that's what happened. Now, the fact that they're against him, they're gonna show him what it is. Right now, Donald Trump is and was president. So his reach, you couldn't fuck with his reach even if you wanted to. The same thing when it was Diddy's time. Diddy got away with all of this shit that he got away with because at that time he was Diddy. Like, he was that nigga. He was that big billionaire. It works in their favor when it does, and when it don't, you become who you become. It's just all of these billionaires. Every single one of them is pedophiles, rapists, extorters, they're criminals. You don't become a billionaire just because you a real ass nigga and you stuck to the code and shit like that. You start chilling with pedophiles that know other pedophiles. And these are the people, you might not be a pedophile, but you might be chilling with pedophiles that take kids to islands and fuck them. You know, like that's the world we live in. We're so wrapped up on these entertainers like they're gods. You know what I mean? We look at R. Kelly and all of these people, Jay-Z, all of these, like they're gods. And then you listen to their story and they got fucking skeletons in their closet that'll make a motherfucker be like, dude, what? How many of our heroes were crackheads, prostitutes, fuckboys,
kids are off limits? I don't care about whatever you do in your life, but kids are always off limits.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like, I don't care.
I mean, that's how it is, man. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. This Diddy case with the Drewski, I kind of believe it. Just a little tab. I do believe it. The story sounds wicked and wild and like just off the fucking wall. But honestly, the whole slip and slide and Drewski trying to slip and slide off of Shorty, like, no homo. I can see Drewski funny ass trying to do some stupid shit like that. Like, I just see it. And he says, oh, that's before my fame. Like, I've chilled with so many celebrities. And I'm not talking about the meet and greets I do with my wife and shit. I'm talking about actually chilling with celebrities before we got on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of believe it. But did you hear about Wendy Williams?
Man, that chick, her husband ran her mind through the grinder, man. I wish Wendy Williams would have been that girl that she believed, like how the persona that she gave, the energy that she gave. I really wish she would have believed that's who she was, because if she did, then she would have realized that she shouldn't let Big Kevin run her mind into the grave like that. I feel like she could have had any young dude out here eating out the palm of her hands. Like, of course, she'd have been paying to play, but shoot, she was doing that with her husband already. And I truly feel like she gave that man too much power. And look at her now. Like, I really believe she lost her marbles. And I feel so sad for her because, dang, like, that's not the Wendy we know.
Right.
I mean, it's just so crazy.
Yeah, she's trying to say that she's not mentally fucked up, but honestly, I think she is mentally fucked up. She got out of the luxury prison that she said that she was in and everything, but I think there's a little something off about her. But she scored a 10 out of 10 on her results, so that looks good for her. She had to get like a special president to get her out of the situation that she was in. Praise to Wendy Williams, but
right.
Yeah, I mean,
I wish her son had more common sense than to did what he did to trigger all of this. And that just shows you that, like, our kids can be so selfish and they don't even understand, like, the things that they do have repercussions, and the parents paying the end. Because look at little Kevin, he out here living his best life still. Why his mama going through all of this? You don't see him by her side all the time. You don't see him sacrificing nothing really from the outside looking in. You know, I don't know them people, but from what I'm seeing, that's just what it gives. And I'm just like, boy, you did all this trying to rent a $200,000 boat or something like that. And man, like, boy, you knew you was trying to run through your mama money. You knew you was taking advantage of that high life. And then I believe he's his daddy's son. He is daddy's son.
Yeah, for sure. That just proves that it doesn't matter, family, friends, whatever. You got to watch your circle. You got to watch the people around you. You got to take care of yourself. And some things just don't matter. You know what I mean? Wendy's going through it, and her money and all of that doesn't really matter. She was miserable. She wasn't able to do certain shit. Hopefully, this whole situation, it opens her eyes, and she gets better, and she lived a crazy life, but before she goes, hopefully she can find her peace while she's on this earth, man.
I hope so, because no one deserves to live the way she's living. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people said that woman spilled so much tea, but that was her job.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, most of us want to be entertained by other people's messiness. We don't want to live in mess, but we
This is what we
definitely
do.
want somebody
Yeah.
else's. So she was doing her job. Doesn't mean she had ill will in her heart. And just because someone's down, you shouldn't kick them while they're down. I'm gonna pray for that woman because only God knows what she's going through.
For sure. I mean, we got a Laura D with the T, the Borough Cafe. It's all when paid. The way was paid by Wendy, so she did that for us. So if it wasn't for her, she was the first social media outlet go-to person. So shouts out
And
to
the
Wendy.
hot topic she was, how you doing?
How you
That
doing? Yeah.
was definitely her.
Yeah. Before we go, shouts out to the sponsor, Yatu Sabbath Creation. We create the vibes. If you want shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, pens, quilts, whatever you want done, we do it. Shouts out to them. And Not for the Week podcast on all social media. Laura D, let them know where they can find you.
Well, you guys already know. Y'all can find me over on YouTube at the Lauren Hour Network. And y'all can check out some old episodes of Allure Morning Tea. Well, I'm sorry, Early Morning Tea with Allure D. And also check me out on Facebook at Allure Sucker and Dannon. Make sure y'all hit that follow button on Facebook and check out some reels, cruise the page. Hit that laugh button, that love button. And don't forget to share it. Because, baby, if you ain't sharing, you ain't caring.
Mhm. We out of here. I appreciate you, sis. Great that you back.
Yes, sir.
Feels good.